Hello strangers, back again for this week's story time, are we? And I must say, it is a Christmas cracker of a tale. It's time for the third part of Gobble Gobble. You remember the last two, don't you? Yes, how amusing, all them deaths. Great. Yes, Tom the Turkey Man is back. And this tale is called Christmas Turkey. It's 4 a.m. on Christmas morning, and it's been snowing all night long. The streetlights glistening on the snow, on the tree branches, snow covering all the rooftops. Holly looks out of her bedroom window. She looks over at her snoring, sleeping husband. She had to get up and put the presents under the tree. She had lots to do. She had to start making Christmas breakfast and start preparing the Christmas lunch. Her kids will be up soon. Holly has 2 daughters, one 3 years old and one 7. She wanted the most perfect Christmas day. She walks downstairs, half asleep, and pulls over a big bag of wrapped gifts and places them under the tree. Holly absolutely loved Christmas and always tried to have the most perfect day. She was almost obsessed about having everything absolutely perfect. The little twinkling lights on the tree made her smile. "It's Christmas," she whispered to herself. She placed the gifts carefully underneath the Christmas tree and kept taking a step back every now and then and fixing the bows so it looked just like a photo from a magazine. She steps back to admire her work and takes her mobile and takes a photo for Facebook and Santa's bean. She smiles down at her phone while she clicks post. She goes to the fridge and pulls out the Christmas turkey. As she starts to prepare the food, it's still dark out. She hears a sound, and all of a sudden, Holly had a strange feeling, and all the hairs on her neck all stood up on end. She looked around. She felt like there was something in the room. She tries to shake off the feeling and puts the radio on. Christmas music is playing. Last Christmas. Holly smiles thinking about her perfect Christmas and starts humming along while she's chopping the vegetables. Carrots, potatoes. She walks to the fridge and opens the big door and pulls out a clear vegetable drawer filled. She looks down at the green balls rolling around in the tray. Yes, she was about to move on to the sprouts. She places the sprouts down onto the countertop. But then, all of a sudden, the turkey had disappeared. The turkey had completely disappeared. What the hell? Holly is confused. It was just there on the table. She looked around, her eyes searching around the countertops and even the floor. Holly muttered to herself, "How can I lose a goddamn turkey?" Then she gets a shock as she hears a sound. "Gobble gobble, John, don't mess around." She looked around and turned the radio off. She feels that strange feeling again, like something was wrong. She shouts, "John! John! It's Christmas. Don't mess around." John, her husband, had played tricks on her in the past, and he just loved playing pranks. But why would he take the turkey? Holly walked upstairs, walked into her room, but to her surprise, her husband was still snoring, just like he was when she left him. She stood over him, even more confused. Then all of a sudden, she heard screaming coming from her 3-year-old's bedroom. Holly runs into her daughter's room to find the window smashed and a man with a turkey on his head standing over her daughter. Her head was in his hands, and the turkey that had gone missing was laying on her bed. He grabbed the turkey and forces the turkey onto her daughter's head. Holly was just frozen in shock as she watched her daughter, tears and screams as he punches the turkey down over the little girl's face. Then the screams stop and the turkey man seems to tilt his head and drops her daughter's limp body onto the floor, and he jumps out of the window. John runs into the room. Holly, what's going on? But Holly just stands there and stares at the window. John runs over to his daughter. Holly, what is this? He starts to shout his daughter's name and holds her in his arms. He tries to pull the turkey off, but it's stuck. John then feels for a pulse, but he can't find one. He shouts at Holly to call an ambulance. She's not breathing, but then smash! The turkey man is now standing behind her husband. The turkey man twists John's head. Holly can hear a loud snap as John's body slumps onto the floor in what seemed like seconds. Holly, still in shock, standing in the same place. Turkey man kicks John and picks up her daughter and takes it out of the window. All of a sudden, Holly snaps out of her shock and runs downstairs. Her phone was there, next to the tree. Gobble gobble! That sound again. It was behind her. She slowly turned to see Tom the turkey man, snow on his shoulders, yellow and green pus, stains all over his shirt, dried blood on his shoes, and the smell was disgusting. The grotesque figure stood and wiggled his fingers, not looking like human or beast. Holly screamed in terror as it stood before her across the room. It walked and took the knife she had been using for the vegetables and charged at Holly and stabbed her straight in the chest. Blood poured everywhere. Holly begged him to stop, but Tom the turkey man walks back to the counter and grabs the sprouts. He grabs Holly's head and holds her nose, forcing the sprouts down her throat. An hour later, the 7-year-old wakes up. She yawns and looks out the window. There's snow glistening in the sunlight. Her eyes widen. It's Christmas, she shouts in excitement. Excitement rushed over her. Mom! Dad! It's Christmas! She runs downstairs. The radio is playing Christmas songs, and she looks at the presents under the tree. It looks perfect. Santa had been. But then, to her horror, she can see hair and blood on the carpet. She looks and moves a few gifts. Then she finds her mum's head peeled off its skin, with a bow on the top and the note saying "Gobble, gobble," written in blood. The story ends with screams and sobs of terror. This is the last part of Gobble Gobble. So in a way, I must say I'm kind of sad, but who's to say he won't be back next year? Who knows? I hope you have a great Christmas, but beware. Tom the Turkey Man is still on the loose, so if you hear the turkey call, watch out, he might just be waiting for you. Goodbye.